Hi everyone, thanks for joining us again for our video series, A View from Above, where we talk about major trends in the market.
Yep. Hi everyone.
Today we're going to be taking a little bit of a step back from our last video, which was on AI. Today we're going to be talking about 5G, and 5G really enables AI.
Yeah, good topic. Good topic,
So
Chris.
we'll be going through that. I thought first we could start though, what is 5G? I think there's a lot of people confused. They just think we're adding another G on.
Right. Right.
So in very basic terms, 5G is extremely faster. So it's 20 times faster than we're experiencing right now. Just to put that in simple terms, if it took you, today it might take you 22 minutes to download a full-length HD video, 32 seconds on 5G.
Wow.
So no more buffering. Make it simple. Just to give a little history, so we're up to 5G. 1G was in the 80s. 1G was basically the first time we had voice over wireless.
Okay.
The second G added texting. Third G, if anyone can remember, the first iPhone on the 3G network.
I remember that.
Enabled that mobile. Then 4G was faster, which we're on right now. Had app support, right? So you could have mobile connectivity over apps. 5G is going to be even faster than that. And the big thing is connectivity. So within 1/2 square mile, you can have 1 million connected devices over 5G. So a lot of connected devices. And we're going to talk today about really the two areas that 5G is going to impact. That's infrastructure and applications. So I'll talk a little about the infrastructure side, but Scott, why don't you start about maybe some of the applications we're going to see out of 5G?
Okay. And I'm sure 6G will be coming in a year or two. So 5G is a great topic. So just from the technical applications of 5G, Chris, there's really four big areas.
Yeah.
The four big areas are really the Internet of Things, AI, VR, virtual reality, and blockchain. So real quick with the Internet of Things, we know that the Internet of Things is just everything connected to the Internet.
Yeah.
Things that talk to each other, smartphones, wearables. Obviously, the more data you can push through, 5G at a faster speed, helps the internet in general, right?
And like I said, a lot more devices can be connected on the 5G. So you're going to be seeing more and more connectivity. So everyday things that we use having some type of smart feature to them.
That's awesome. AI, which was another topic that we spoke about, artificial intelligence. 5G offers high capacity. It's faster. So 5G provides the infrastructure and for really the massive amount of data that needs to be pushed through to enable AI to be really successful. And then VR, virtual reality, which is really, it's the experience of the world that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's virtual reality.
And so far out sci-fi, but it's coming.
It's coming, it's here, and this is going to enable it to be faster.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, a massive amount of data to be able to create very realistic scenes. So if you ever go to stream like an HD video, sometimes it's
Choppy.
buffering a little slow. So you need to be able to process a lot of data very quickly to make that seem even more real.
Right. So 5G is just really going to enable that as well. And lastly, blockchain, which Chris may talk about a little bit when we move on in our short video here, but blockchain's very complex. People aren't really familiar with it. It's not obviously my area of expertise, but at a basic level, it's digital information, which is really the block, and then stored in a public database is the chain.
Yeah.
I know that's very simplified and doesn't mean a lot, but again, Chris may talk about that. So the four areas that we said are areas that we investigate and we research for our portfolio.
Correct. And just to put a little bit on the blockchain, most people think of cryptocurrency as blockchain. They really are two separate things. Cryptocurrency uses blockchain, but blockchain can be used in a lot of ways. So we think of it as smart contracts. We could see expansion here in real estate. So when you're buying and selling homes, maybe there's smart contracts that go along with that. With music rights, with art. That's a whole world that's evolving quickly. Exciting to see what goes on there. From the infrastructure side, there's really the applications need the infrastructure, right? So you kind of need both. We could build the infrastructure and then the applications come. And the infrastructure is very much getting built out right now.
Okay.
the infrastructure to build 5G is really around telecommunications, but also data centers. And data centers really enable what we call the cloud. So just to speak about the telecommunication points, there you're really talking about antennas, fiber, cell towers, things like that, even billboards. And billboards are an interesting thing. When you think
you were
5G,
telling me about that.
You wouldn't think about billboards, but a lot of the 5G connectivity is going to be around driving, right? So we're trying to invent here autonomous driving, and you need a lot of things communicating at once to enable that. And there's no better real estate along our federal highway system than the billboards that are already there. 5G requires a lot of antennas. Scott, you were talking about is the spectrum, low bandwidth.
Low bandwidth.
So 5G kind of sacrifices distance for speed, but you need a lot of antennas. So you can really load these up on the billboard. So an interesting area there. So we're looking at that build out at cell towers and all those different locations that you can put a lot of antennas and build this 5G network out.
You know, you mentioned data centers.
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary. It was really interesting. It was about this data center that's 200 feet down, which is called Iron Mountain. And we're certainly not endorsing that if that's a publicly traded company. I'm just mentioning the documentary, but it's amazing because you can have all the hybrid IT there, disaster recovery in a really controlled space.
Right, and they put it so deep in the earth for temperature control. And
it's amazing.
Interesting. So data centers are also a big area that we're looking at, we're really interested in. Data centers are the physical location of the cloud. So these server farms and just massive amounts of data being processed, and they're becoming incredibly important to the overall to the business community. It's almost like the invent of electricity. You wanted to build close to a utility plant so that you could have electricity. These data centers are becoming very, very important and almost necessities for businesses to spend.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So just to wrap up, as far as 5G, this is an evolution, a huge trend, and I think it's really important to be looking for opportunities here, but also in your current investments, to be looking at, are the companies you're investing in taking advantage of this, or are they going to be left behind? So how are they investing as a company to be able to take advantage? Whether that means including their cloud computing capacity, or if they're directly in this area, what are they doing to take advantage of that?
That's really good information, Chris. Good topic. What are we going to talk about next?
So I thought next video we would take a little bit of a different approach and talk about social investing. So socially responsibly investing, something we call ESG in our industry. So environmental, social, and governance. And a huge trend that's underway that investors are really demanding that their companies meet certain standards, not just in returns, but also in their output in the world and the good they do. So we're going to talk about that and the trend that's taking place there. Hope you watch next time, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, everybody.